right, people, so it's another beautiful afternoon and the sun is out and we are here with you, giving you another beautiful edition of The Reality. We do this on One Vision GH and we make sure we bring you exclusive interviews from all your favorite artists here in Ghana. Guess what? Today I have another beautiful, talented guest with me. He has had a great year. He's won an award that a lot of the young artists are looking forward to winning. And I'm privileged to have Kula GH with me today. Kula, what's up?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Charlie, how is the feeling like winning Unsung? Like, you know?
It feels great. It feels great, Charlie. There's an award that, like you said, everyone wants to win. And God being so good, it has come my way. Yeah. So it feels great.
How did you hear about it? Were you in a car and someone called you like, Charlie Kula, yes, you win this thing? And what was your reaction?
I was playing a video game with my friends. I didn't want to wait till 6 to get the announcement, so I just had to do something to get my mind off. Okay. Yeah, so I was playing game till before I realized it was like 6:20. Then I checked my phone and I just saw congratulations, be brave. I was like, hey, I win. I was so happy.
Charlie, congrats once again.
Thank you.
I've seen the work you are putting into this, and I'm very proud of you. How long has this journey been like?
It's been 10 years.
For real?
Yeah, I recorded my first song in 2009. I performed my song on stage for the first time in 2009 at Hopole.
Charlie, you could have contested for Artist of the Decade.
This is what Unsung Artist of the Decade.
Charlie, I know this industry journey has never been easy for anybody. Like, you know, some of the challenges when you were starting, at what point did you realize this is what you want to do?
I think that would be first year in Hopole, when I recorded my first song and it started picking. What took you to the studio?
Like, were you just there and felt like, Charlie, this thing the boys they do, I go if you do.
No, I used to record myself. After SS, I had a friend who records, so I go to his place. Then I'll be watching how he does his things and all that. So I was able to get my own computer and the software. So I used, you see those headphones that has mic on it. Yeah. I bought 2. I connect one and put it down like a mic, and I use one as headphone then I wrap into that mic and I mix it myself. So that was how I recorded my first song, my second song, my first mixtape actually. That was how I recorded it.
Wow. So you did a whole mixtape on your own?
Yeah.
And then you left it in the house? Oh.
No. I promoted it in school, Personality Conflict Mixtape. I was even selling it for 3 CDs back in 2009. And people really bought it on campus because I was very popular on campus here.
Wow. So when did you come mainstream? Like people realizing like, who is this Kula guy? What was that breakthrough moment for you?
Yeah, I would say 2015 after I dropped my Experiment X mixtape, and I have this song on it, Amen, which I performed at the Vgmas. After I shot a video for that song, that was when I started getting major interviews. Like I went on the judgment board on Plus FM with Sammy Flex for the first time when he was on Plus FM. I went for the judgment board. I went for an interview at GH1. All those things. Like that was when I would say I really started hitting mainstream somehow. Yeah.
All right. So it's from 2015. We are now in 2019.
Yeah.
Ever since you came into mainstream, how has the journey been like? Did you feel like once I'm here, it's going to be smooth, or you've had a couple of like tough times? Because I remember there was one time I actually realized you went to the mall to sell copies of your CD. You know, like what brought about all these?
I never saw this any stage as this one is going to be easy, because the more you move higher, the more difficult it even becomes. Because if you are underground, it's somehow, even though it's kind of difficult, but that's the easy part. Because once you start hitting mainstream, more people know you, and now you have more people to impress. When you're underground, you just have probably your friends, and they will show you love regardless.
Every day.
But when you get into the public scope like that in front of the whole Ghana, you go fit drop songs, and there are a lot of people like that because now the audience is big. So it has never been easy. I had to really struggle, and to the point I was selling my CDs at the mall.
That that decision to go sell CDs? Because I remember you personally went there, you know, and I asked myself, what would make an artist believe so much in the work that he has done that he feels like, look, if I go out there and sell this thing to somebody who doesn't even know I'm coming to buy something like this, they will take their money and buy it?
Well, I believe in myself a lot. As in, I know I'm a very good artist, and I know I have very, very good songs. So I needed to raise funds to shoot a music video for one of my songs, and I wasn't having money because I'm not under any record label, so money no day like that. So I had to find another way of raising funds, and I didn't want to go and beg anyone or anything, so I have to sell what I do. So I put my songs on a CD. I went to Chalewote Festival. That was where I started selling. And for that weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I was able to sell, I think, 400. I was able to sell 400 copies of the CD that weekend. So I had to produce more. And then I started going on tour. I went to Accra Mall a lot to meet people and sell there. I also went to Takrade to sell over there. I went to Ho to sell. And I started a pub tour in Accra, where I went to Honeysuckle, I went to Champs Bar, Palette Bar, Serralio. I went to a couple of places, and wherever I perform, I tell them I'm selling my CD. I have 40 songs on the CD and 3 music videos. I'm selling it for 5 CDs, but if you want to give more than 5 CDs, I'm not going to reject.
I remember D Black said he wanted to shoot a video for you. Did it materialize?
Yeah, it did. D Black shot a video for me, and actually some of the money from the sales, I had to put some in there for D Black to also help me out with the video. He helped me with production materials and video director equipment and everything, and I also had to take care of logistics, models, makeup, location and stuff. So it was a joint, and it turned out great, and for that I'm forever grateful to D Black.
Wow. I know apart from D Black, there are a couple of people who have also helped you as well. I see you move with Edem a lot. I've seen you perform at some of his shows.
Yeah.
When did that connection with Edem begin? Where did it start from? Or you already knew yourselves from way back? How did that connect happen?
I've been a big fan of Edem since. You know, since he came out with Bouger, I've been a big fan of Edem. So he used to come to our school to perform those days, hopefully. So I was a big fan, and I did a cover of his song, and that was how he paid attention to me. I did a cover of one of his songs. Then he got to know me. Then I did a song, Ahwen About, which is a very big song in Ho. And that song, when he heard it, he was like, yo, this song is really good, because he could relate to it because he knows the town. Yeah. And I did a song about the town. So that was where he got to know me. And he even put me on his Books and Rhymes album tour. And so that was how the relationship started between Edem and I. And since then till now, he has been of great help. Anytime I need assistance or I need an advice, I go to him and he helps me. And last year, he put me on the Snappy High School tour when he was going on tour. I just hit him up that, big boss, I hear you're going on a high school tour. I would like to come along. And he said, okay, no problem. You can come. So I started moving around with him, and last year we went to, I think, 10 secondary schools. This year we've done about 8 secondary schools in Ashanti region.
Wow. Let's come to the night that has been trending in the last 2 weeks. You were at the Vgma. You were there in person. We all know what happened, the fracas between Stoneboy. Where were you when it was happening?
I was outside taking pictures and granting some interviews. I had performed. So after performing and after receiving my award, I went outside for some interviews with Close Up and also some TV stations, and to take some pictures with my award. Then I just heard people rushing out and all. I just saw people rushing out and I heard some noise. Yeah.
So you weren't really in
No,
there.
I wasn't in there.
Okay, so your performance at the Vgma, how did it make you feel? Like a year ago, did you see yourself where you are now?
No. Honestly, VGMAs is like the biggest stage in Ghana, because aside the kind of people, the industry people, and the kind of people in the auditorium watching, a whole lot of people, millions of people are also watching at home and around the world. So it's a very big platform. I really didn't see myself last year being here this year. But God being so good, this is where I am now.
So what do you think that you did from last year and this year that has brought you this far, even beyond what you thought you would be?
I've worked a lot. I've like I said, I've been on a high school tour. I have music videos out. I've sold my CDs. I've performed on almost every big platform. I even performed in front of the Ghanaian ambassador to China, and one time in December 2018. So I think all that, and I've been active on social media too, very active. In 2018, I started a Kula freestyle series on my YouTube channel where every Friday I drop a new freestyle video and all that. I have about 8 episodes for season 1. So I really put a lot of work in, and I think that was what has brought me here.
Let's talk about Kula music. Kula, what project have you been up to? Is there anything that you are doing right now? Is there any song that you're about to release, an EP?
Yeah, I'm about to release a song. The song is actually ready. We are going to shoot a music video very, very soon. Then we drop the song with the video at once, and we start massive promo all around the country.
Wow. So if you are listening to me and you love Kula music, I'm sure after the Vgma, people are asking, this guy, what is he bringing next? Those who didn't know you now know you. And does it heap some more expectations on you?
Yeah, there's a lot of expectation now, and the more eyes are on me, the more expectation people give. They want a lot of things from me. They want to see this guy that won this guy that gave this kind of performance at the VGMAs. Let's see what he's going to do next. Let's see how far he will go in the industry. And that has put in some kind of pressure on me. But I've been facing pressure for some time now. So this one too, we will pass up. Yeah.
Let me put you on the spot briefly. You're a rapper, yes, and this year a lot of controversy has come after the VGMAs named Medical as the best rapper of the year. People feel like Medical is a good rapper, but obviously in a representation of Ghanaian rap, it's looking at the nominations, there are people they felt should have done better. What is your take?
Well, I think everyone who was nominated deserved to be there or have done something right. That's why they were nominated. So equally, everyone who was nominated stands a chance of winning. Aside that, I think fan base and public voting also counts, and the academy and the board also voted, and I think they watch certain things like your influence, the kind of work you've done, number of collaborations you've done, and all that. So I think all those things went into consideration before he was named. But he was nominated alongside other very, very great rappers, but he won. So definitely all these things came into play to make him the winner.
All right, Kula, let's talk about VGMA's board sanctions for Stonebwoy and Shatawale after the incident. I'm sure you've seen the sanctions they've labeled out to them.
Yeah.
Are they not being strict?
Well, I think it's a bit harsh. I think it's a bit harsh because banning them like that and also stripping them of the awards like that, it has really stirred up a lot of emotions, and I think it's a bit harsh. But then again, this is their company, as in Charterhouse, Musica, all the board members came together to make this decision, and I'm sure they really took everything into consideration, as in the effect it will have on the industry and their fans and their brand and all that. I'm sure they took all those things into consideration before making that decision. So we can say our side that it's harsh, we should do that. But at the end of the day, they have made the decision, and they just communicated that decision to us, as in they're telling us this is what we've decided. It's not like they are chatting with us that yenya deng or something. They are telling us this is the decision we've taken. So I think the decision has already been made. All
right, Kula. So before I let you go, I'm sure people are listening to you for the first time, and there are people who know you, who voted for you, people who listen to your music. Any words? Maybe you want to appreciate somebody for their support, someone who has been there for you. We would like to hear you out.
Yeah, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone for supporting me, those who voted for me and all that. And I would like to say big thanks to Chatterhouse, big thanks to the VGMAs, and also big thanks to Close Up for sponsoring the Unsung category. They are doing amazing, and there's a chance that it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to give to an upcoming artist, to really shoot them into the limelight like that, and I'm so grateful. And also I would like to thank everyone for supporting me. My team has been amazing. The support has been great. I'm talking about Kamaslai, Wilson, Kathy, everyone supporting me. It's been amazing. You guys are the best, and I will not let you down. Just keep the love alive. Keep supporting me.
All right, so you have social media handles in case someone wants to follow you. From now onwards, man, where can they find you?
You can find me anywhere on social media at Kula GH, KULAGH, everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Even if you Google Kula GH self, you go see my pictures, then my stuff for there. So yeah.
All right, Charlie Kula, congratulations once again.
Thank
Charlie,
you very much.
Thanks for coming, Charlie.
Thank you.
Way to the top, man.
Straight.
All the best.
Straight. Thank you.